Take this. Yeah. I'm in my work gear. So we've got the mast, which was left here in the Bahamas a few months back, about 3 or 4 months ago when they took the boat away. They left the mast here, which has got a seriously big dent in it. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Dents right through there. So the idea is that this mast is pretty much shot, but at the same time it's still usable. So we'll get the mast together and yeah, we can try and tap that dent out. You just see the damage that's been done. There's a great big like hump in it. So some slapping sticks and some dollies, and maybe get a bottle jack inside and then re-weld it up. Tapping stick.
Some more.
Hey! It's a nice clean cut. Put it out yesterday. The plate is there. See? Perfect. It's a straight cut. It's a straight cut. It's a small one. Alright, so let me try and see if we've got it over here. What's your name? Jameson. Jameson. Thanks, Jameson. Morning, here we are, day 5. So I think it's actually day 4, but we've been told it's day 5. We've got to go for our day 5 Bohemian COVID-19 test here before we can move on to any other islands. So that's what we're doing this morning. I don't like doing these tests. They make me feel a little bit nervous, to be honest with you, but okay, there you go. Thank you.
Don't worry.
That tickled the edge of my brain. Hey, good morning. Right, so yesterday we spent all day on the mast. We had to cut a section out of the 2-ton bottle jack inside, sort of relieve the pressure from the inside, and then we used the dolly and the slapping stick, a homemade slap stick, to sort of tap out the dent and try and straighten the mast as much as possible. So today we've got the guy coming over to do the welding, to shut off the opening that we cut into the mast to get the bottle jack inside. We're going to get him to weld it all up and shut it all up today. So this morning what we'd like to do is at least assemble the mast. Today is all about the prep of it. I'm going to show you the work that we've done. It's not 100% perfect, it never will be, but I think it'll be enough for sort of up to 20 knots of wind maybe. I mean, I might be wrong, you guys write in and you tell me if I'm wrong or not, but I'm thinking that in light winds we'll be okay to fly a mainsail off it. It's better that we have a mast than not have a mast, and we don't want to leave the mast here in Freeport and then take off to Abaco and have to come back down to Freeport again in order to pick the mast back up. So the idea is now we stand it, we mount the mast. We can also utilize the boom for throwing a canopy over the top to create a bit of sunshade from, well, it's not very sunny today. It's a great day for working, but to protect us from the shut sun. I have been burnt. I've got a true Brit sort of vest Best suntan going on down here, completely white everywhere else, so yeah, it's a bit embarrassing, but you know what, that's all okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get changed into my work clothes and yeah, let's get cracking. So as you can see, the mast, compared to yesterday, that mast is all right. It's not bad at all. I mean, there's a slight kink in it. We're going to try and heat shrink it today anyway, because there's a bit of a bulge. I don't know if you can see it, but as we move closer, you can just see the reflection on the mast there. And it's like a little mushroom it's a stretch, basically, where we've dollied and tapped the aluminium. There's a bit of stretch in it now, so you can just see, if I roll slightly to the left and the right, you just see that mushroom in the mast. And today we're going to put some heat on it and shrink it back down and hopefully just pull that in. I don't think we're going to be able to pull in that indent where the track's cut there. If you can see, I think that was where the impact was taken. I don't think we can pull that out of there because there's a conduit on the inside that runs along that straight edge. So that's the best we can get it, and I think that compared to how it was yesterday, I think that that's a vast improvement. Crack in the seat here, just what the stress is of pushing that out. So,
oh, inside the seat now, yeah.
You can just grind that so you can do the seat along there.
I'll brush it up, put a little moving in and show him it.
Yeah. I showed it him earlier, so yeah, it's a little clean out the awesome. Thanks for doing it.
For some more high flight, super strong, superhuman, supercharged. Me and my friends used to trade cards. You should check out the collection that's in my garage. Front row, quarter four. I was ready from the time that I stepped in the door. Blood rush, sweat pours, crowd screams. I'm ready for some more. I'm ready for some more. I'm ready for some more. Front row, quarter four. I was ready from the time that I stepped in the door. Blood rush, sweat pours. Crowd screams, I'm ready for some more. I'm ready for some more. I'm ready for some more.
She's not perfect. She never will be. She needs a new mast. I know that, you know that, but at the end of the day, I think that is straight enough for us to continue along our journey until we find that replacement. I think good work, all involved. Man. Jameson, Justin, JL. Show people what you've caught for us tonight. So this is Moxie. Say hello, Moxie. Say hello to your mum and dad, children, grandchildren.
Yes, hi guys.
There you go, it's Grandma Moxie.
Yes.
So Moxie's, she caught all this fish tonight.
Head snappers.
Yeah, they're little baby ones. And what are the blue ones? Are they jacks?
Jacks, yes.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah. Guess what we're having for dinner tonight? Good morning. Okay, so it's day 3 on the mast. So yesterday we got the welding done by the boys. Nice one. So today we're going to try and work out these spreaders. We got some spreaders done last night, and we got some of it worked out. This is what we did yesterday. We got the spreaders all sorted out. Now we've got a snap pole down there, so we can replace that pole. So I think that today we need to sort of work out what is missing, what needs replacing, and what needs to be fixed. So that's it. It's getting mounted on Monday, so we've got 2 more days. I'm hoping that we can get it up ready. So today we're going to label up the shrouds, check all the shrouds, make sure that they're all good, do some greasing on them, run all the lines. We've got some sheets that need to, some halyards that need to be sent down through the mast. Yeah, I think that's more or less all we need to do today, really. So it'll be a nice easy day, steady progress. We should have this finished today, ready for Monday, if we can find the parts. See you soon. Roller furler here at the bottom, how that's connected onto the their Seagull striker. It all looks, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be fine. The spreaders connects back up to the mast, and then as you can see, the side stays and how they come down to the decking. Confident moving forward. We'll use this as a bit of a guide on how everything's got to go together. Hey, good morning. So here we are again at the mast. We've had a few delays. We're having some metal parts fabricated for these spreaders. Workshops, we're being told, are completely chock-a-block, packed to the rafters. They've got a big ship come in and it's taken precedent over it, stranded here for an extra day. But we haven't been wasting our time. We've got other things that we could be cracking on with. For instance, a top stay here. We don't have the turnbuckle for it, and basically that gets connected down to the bottom stay. It would look something like this, which is a stainless steel wire that goes through a turnbuckle and gets tightened up so it's nice and taut. Now this one here, we don't have that turnbuckle, and so the cable and this is more or less redundant without that. So my idea is that we're going to replace that top stainless steel shroud with Dyneema. So we've got this Dyneema rope here, which we purchased in Fort Lauderdale in Florida, and I'm going to put a stopping off at the top, run a line down, put a loop on it, and then at the bottom do the same but shorter. And then I'm just going to whip it together. We should be able to get some good tension out of it, and it'll be lighter and probably stronger than the stainless steel. Let's get cracking. This morning we're going to do some splicing. I've got my fid kit. Well, it's not actually mine, it's Mike's fid kit. That's it. It's got a nice series of fids, which I'm going to put here. We've got our Dyneema. So this stuff is like, it's a little bit thicker than what's on there. I think this was 11mm, maybe actually smaller, but it looks like 12mm. But it's 10, I mean that's it anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a splice in this Dyneema here, and then knot the other end. 72 times larger than the diameter, so 11mm, so 72 times 11mm will give us roughly 750. So that's about there, and that's how much we're going to put inside the sheath, and that'll create a loop on there. So I'm going to walk you through it. So first things first, we want to get our fid, and basically I reckon about 75mm roughly, and we're going to go through this. Well, there's 2 sides of the line. This is the standing line, and this is the is it standing line? But basically we're going to go through the standing side of the line around about the bottom of our loop, and this is going to be a Brummel splice. So we're going to pass our Dyneema through the standing side without catching the Dyneema. There go. And that's created our first loop. So we decide how big the loop we want. So I reckon from the trailing end of the line, we'll go through there. That's it. Put our fids in, and we're going to open that out. Maybe a bit more. Twist it. Turn it and open those fibers up. So we've got a nice big hole like that. Then we're going to pass our loop through. Fiber just wrapped around there now. There we go. And then that will pull through here. That's better. Right, so now what we've done is we've created a lock now, so this running end now cannot be pulled back through there at all. So it's already locked. That's locked. So the other task we need to do now is we need to get this inside this core here, which is sounds pretty difficult. So we'll pull her back round about where she's passed through herself. She's actually turned herself inside out. I say she, but I mean the Dyneema rope has turned itself inside out, and that's what's created that Brummel knot, if you like. So we'll bend her back, we'll find the center of the core like so, without getting any fibers if possible, because that's going to make our life a lot easier. And you can kind of bunch this up, as you can see. Bunch it right up. And we're catching on some fibers there. I feel some fibers. Yeah, definitely fibers there. That's it. No catchy on the fiber. Okay, and as you can see now, as I go down, she's starting to widen up a little bit. You can put tape on the end if you want. I actually don't like using the tape, just because it just adds more complexity to it, because it's thicker and you've got to like kind of guide it all the way down. That drives me crazy. Right, so I'm gonna open that off, pop that inside my fid. Get in there, little fid. That's it. Pull the Dyneema so it locks on. There's a little hook on the back of the fids here, if you can see that, and that sort of grips hold of that Dyneema or the line. And we're just going to work it all the way in now. So remember, we're going to go down about 700 mil. You see it's going in. Like so. And then we'll just bunch it up a little bit before we take that fit out, because we're going to have to bury all of this. So we'll take this out now, and that'll basically pull our core through now. So we've got the core here. Now what we want to do is take our fit off and pull this sheath as far back as possible, back to about here, and we can just block that off with another feed. Straight through there a minute. There we go, just so it doesn't move. Let's just right, a little bit further. Like that, all done. So the sheave has gone through itself, through the loop, and then back down through the core. Now the idea is that we need to taper this end, strands that run through that. So we'll count them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. There's 24. So every second strand, we need to pull that out now. And what I might do is use the small fid for that. We'll put another one in there just to lock that off. So every second strand, so the first strand comes out here, but the only trouble is I haven't got a bloody pair of scissors with me, or a knife, which is a bit of a pain. So the first strand we take out, like so. And what we need to do is we need to cut that strand roughly about here. Fine taper, because if we left it just all the same length, then we end up with like a really big compression point here at the end inside the core. So what happens is that becomes the weak spot. This way, with it tapered, then there is no compression. So now what we do is we're going to milk this down, and we're going to bed the running line inside the core, as you can see. Now that is called a Brummel splice, and there we go. So we got a loop at the end of our thing, strong as you like. And what we can do, if you really wanted to, not that this is going to move anywhere, but because it's going on a structural element, I think what would be nice would be is if we just whip that line there. That's it. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for you folks. See you later. Bye.